Trading is not about jumping in and jumping out. There are setups which has an advantage over the other ones. In this video, my goal is to show you so you can be able to identify which of this setup has a very high potential of becoming a winning trade, and as such your trade can become very much precise and selective. My name is Soji and welcome to Soji Forex. Thank you to all our new subscribers. If you are coming across this video for the first time, please do not forget to give this video a like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified when we upload our next video. The indicators on my window are first the Bollinger Band period 130. You take a screenshot and do the setting on your phone. Moving average 25, moving average 10, and relative strength index, the period is 9, and the commodity channel index. So what are these zones? Where can we find a high probability trade entry? Number one, if we want to sell, we will find a high probability trade entry around the upper Bollinger Band. For a sell trade around the upper Bollinger Band, we can have a high probability trade. Number two, we will get a high probability trade if we want to buy around the lower Bollinger Band. And then number three is the middle Bollinger Band. We can get a high probability trade around the middle Bollinger Band. Then number four, high probability trade around the zone of the moving averages. Now, having said that, when price is at the upper Bollinger Band, should you just sell? No. When price is your moving average or these zones I just mentioned, do we jump into selling? No. We don't do that. The right thing we do is for us is to identify the trend of the market. Number one, we identify the trend of the market. So looking at this scenario, AUD card, presently the price is in an uptrend. There are two ways of you determining your trend. You can use your trend line and determine your trend, and of course your trend line is slant, so when price is above it, you are in an uptrend. Another way to do this, easier way, is for you to identify that price is above the middle Bollinger Band. And when price goes above the middle Bollinger Band alone is not enough for you to determine your trend. You need the price to retest it, let it reject the price, then that is your validation. And as you can see, price left into that zone. You can see that retest, and then this is the confirmation that we are actually in a change of trend. So we are in an uptrend based on this time frame. So what is the next thing? The next thing for us to do is that our high probability trade must be in one of these zones. Remember, I have told us earlier that our probability trade should happen around upper Bollinger Band, middle Bollinger Band, moving average, or the lower Bollinger Band. This should happen on the time frame which you want to make this entry. For instance, if you will be using the candlestick pattern to make your entry, it means that your entry should be around one of these zones I just mentioned. At the time you will be making that entry, it should be that the entry coincide with either the lower Bollinger Band, middle Bollinger Band, upper Bollinger Band, and the moving average, but not in isolation, and that is what I want to explain. So now here we'll mark our point of interest. Our point of interest can be our order block. So here now, this is our order block. So that is one point of interest. Here we have a smart money cube. There's another point of interest. And then here as well, we are having a smart money cube. So now, in this uptrend, we have this series of point of interest. Here is our order block, which double as our support zone. Here is our smart money cube. And this one too is a smart money cube. So now, what are all these about? You might be familiar with order block, but maybe you are not familiar with smart money cube. So you will now be asking, what is a smart money cube? A smart money cube is an opposite candle that it is found in the middle of series of opposite candle. For instance, you are having a bullish candle. It begins with a bullish candle, another bullish candle, then suddenly you have an opposite bearish candle, and then you continue with a bullish candle. That is what we refer to as a smart money cube. Here, that is the same incident that happened. We're having a bullish candle, then suddenly a single bearish candle, and price continue to the upside. So you can see that bullish, then suddenly a bearish candle. Now, how do we trade this? Now that we have marked out each of this zone, we will now be waiting for price, because this is an uptrend. So no matter how price bought, we want to see price pull back to retest that zone. So look at what happened. Price went all the way up here and then pull back into this smart money cube. Now, when price come back into this smart money cube, if you are to make your entry on a 1 hour, if you are to make this particular entry on a 1 hour time frame, when this price pull back into this smart money cube, what do you do? On a 1 hour time frame, you will need a candlestick pattern. What candlestick pattern do we need? We will want to see a bullish candlestick formation. And that is exactly what happened in this scenario. This is a bullish candlestick pattern, which was formed in the zone. It come tap into the zone of this smart money cube. So you can see what I refer to as a high probability trade setup. Now this candlestick pattern bounces on the middle Bollinger Band. So you can see that it bounces on the middle Bollinger Band and then continue. So at the close of this candle is our buy entry. So this is a high probability trade with a confirmation using the price crosses the 20 level of the CCI, and then we are on our way to the upside. So you can see that. Now let's go to 15-minute time frame and see how exactly we can have this entry. Now this is a 15-minute time frame, and you can see it. The same thing plays out on a 15-minute time frame. It gave us this engulfing candle. It tapped into that same zone, and this engulfing candle formed from the zone of the middle Bollinger Band, and that is the entry we are talking about. Now, if you miss this particular one, remember we say that our entry as well can be from the zone of the mid of our moving averages, and this is it. In this moving average, price went up, price pulled back to the moving average, and afterward we have this pin bar, this bearish pin bar. We have that bullish pin bar, and that bullish pin bar, if you look at it, you realize that price as well is leaving. Price just retest this zone, and then price just close above the 50 level of the RSI, and this is a divergence. It's giving us equal, but so this is how exactly you can find this high probability trade. And then you see that this one now price reject and close above the moving averages. So these are the way you can find high probability trade. High probability trade. Let's look for alright, this is step index, and then we are in a downtrend. So this is another block, and then price retest it. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's move to 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. Okay, beautiful. So you see now this is the first move from here, right? So look at the second move. When price return back into that zone. Yeah, this is just to illustrate to us how to use the upper Bollinger Band. So now for us to sell, remember price, this point of interest coincide with our upper Bollinger Band. So you can see the upper Bollinger Band and then this particular point of interest. And if you look at it carefully, there is also a divergence. And we always say that the divergence is first signal to us that we are at the end of the pullback. So there we have a divergence, and then candlestick formation, and price is on its way to the downside. So now price is pulling back into that zone. But if you look at this critically, we are having a smart money cube on this 15-minute time frame, and because price is bearish, maybe now it has retested a little. So from the next candle formation will determine whether we are going to sell. So we are watching out for this to see exactly how this is going to play out. If you give us a 1 hour candle formation or a bearish signal from this zone, it will be a sell entry. So thank you for watching to this time. I believe you have gained value from this video. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and please do well to ask your question using the comment section of this video. Thank you, and see you in the subsequent video.